Preface. Today, the Western world is mesmerized by the name of Lord Buddha. The world around us finds solace in the techniques of meditation and mindfulness taught by the Lord Buddha. People want to know what Buddhism is, who Lord Buddha is, etc., but they don't get all the answers in one place. I have tried to quench the spiritual thirst by the means of a volume of 100 stories. These stories are not really untold, but they are known only to those who are deep into Buddhist practice. As you read them, you will realize the truth, the veracity of my claim. I've added my own insights and moral of the story in the end. Story number 1. How it all began. The aspiration of Sumedha. Long time ago in India, there was a prosperous city called Amravati, a cornucopia of riches, a city of great splendor. The folks who lived there were prosperous and hence happy. The richest family in the city had only a son called Sumedha, who was gifted with wisdom. When only 16, young Sumedha was already a wise man and Due too. Sumedha's parents passed away when he was too young to handle all the riches by himself. At the right time in his life, the family treasurer handed over the family inheritance to him so he could possess them. Sumedha said to himself, when my parents died, they could not take even a single coin with them, though they had millions of them. But I will act in such a way that I can take along with me my whole possession. To accomplish this, I shall give away all my possessions to the needy. An announcement was made in the city asking poor people to gather in front of Sumedha's house. When the poor, the needy, and the destitute arrived, Sumedha relinquished all he had: silver, gold, diamond, and treasures of all kinds. The public could take away whatever they wanted. Besides, he freed all those who served him, the serfs, peons, servants, bondsmen, bondswomen. Not counting, he also made them rich. After this great act of renunciation, Sumedha left Amravati and went to the Himalayas to meditate, as he was an ascetic now. Within a week, Sumedha attained supernatural powers by earnestly practicing ecstatic meditation. In the town nearby called Ramavati, the people were busily preparing to welcome the Dipankara Buddha. The ascetic Sumedha also became part of the blessed event. There happened to be a young lady named Sumita who eagerly awaited the arrival of the Buddha. One glance at the face of the ascetic Sumedha made Sumita elated. She had 8 lotus blooms with her, of which she gave 5 to him and kept 3 for herself. This very day, Sumedha resolved to become a Buddha in future, and Sumita made up her mind to accompany the ascetic until he fulfilled his quest. Now it so happened that the Dipankara Buddha was about to walk over a muddy hole on the road. To prevent the bare feet of the Buddha from being sullied, Sumedha offered his body as a bridge. At this juncture, the Dipankara Buddha prophesied that one day Sumedha would become a Buddha. After millions of births, the holy Brahmin Sumedha achieved the Arhatship and eventually became the Buddha.